Good morning. Welcome to Risa's Attic. It's been a while since I've actually worked on this. We've had just a bunch of holidays that have been racking up on us. There's Easter and Mother's Day, and I've had family in, and we've just been doing a ton of family stuff. And that is what it's all about, is family. Yeah, thank God for mine. So what I've been doing lately, I watch people who do junk journals and people who do they're organizers. They are so creative, and they do whole pages. They just put so much time and effort into their pages. And just Google, or not Google, but just do a YouTube search on junk journals. And there are such creative people, so many creative people out there that can take a lowly book and make something extremely charming and beautiful out of it. And that's what I did with this. I went to the Salvation Army and I purchased a hardback book, and I've gone in and I have deleted, or not deleted, but torn out half of the pages, maybe a little bit more than half. I tried not to go all the way into the actual binding so as not to compromise the ability of the spine to keep the pages in. But I've gone through, and this one guy, the name of this book is The Last Lecture, and he was actually a Star Trek fan, so I didn't tear this page out. One of the sad things, he had pancreatic cancer while he was at least doing this edition, and unfortunately he did lose his battle to pancreatic cancer. But he became friends with William Shatner, and Shatner, when he learned of this young man's battle with pancreatic cancer. And if you know anything about pancreatic cancer, it's unless Jesus steps in, it's a death sentence. More or less within a couple of years, 80% of everyone is dead within a 2-year period. But he sent this picture to this guy, and he says, I don't believe in a no-win scenario. William Shatner. And my husband just walked in. Did you need something, baby? Just putting it up. Okay. All right. So I thought that was really, really great of William Shatner. Everybody says he's such a big old bad bully, and I just think he doesn't take himself serious, and he just says and does what he wants to. But my book here, All That Mess for Nothing, this is my book, and I'm trying to learn how to create pocket pages. And this is just an envelope that has been sealed and then glued down, or double-sided tape down. And I have done some other pages. This is going to be my garden journal. And what I did is I took this poor man's book and I covered the front, and I did this on the spine, and I covered the back. Now, I wanted both of them to look this way, where the birds are all standing upright, but I cut this one wrong, so I put this one on the back. So there's, you make mistakes, but you roll with them. I am going to put either Secret Garden or My Garden on here. But here's a pocket page, and it's just some paper, my stash, And that's what everybody does. You just collect things that you like, that you think are pretty, and you put them in here. I've made lines for journaling because I have a horrible handwriting. For a female, most women have beautiful handwritings. I have to practice really hard to make mine look decent. But so I've got journaling space here, and then I've got journaling space there, and it's going to go in this little pocket that was created from an envelope. And then I had this as a piece of stash. This is all the same paper. This is all the same group of paper. And the background is another piece. And this is another piece. And here's a little flap. I can journal here. I can journal here. And these lines right here, I can use those as lines to write on. Here is another place for something, a journaling piece. I'm not going through and doing every page yet. I'm just putting bits and pieces. But the William Shatner page, I'm leaving it as it is. I put a piece here, enabling the dreams of. And as brothers and sisters in Christ, we are to hold each other up. We are to be a blessing to each other. So I am going to keep that part right there. And then I've got just, like 50 pages, and some of them I aged the edge of it. One of the deciding factors for this book was that it had these edges were uneven. I like that. But I went in with my little teeny tiny marker. I mean, not marker, but it's a makeup brush, and I used this archival ink from Ranger, and it's potting soil, and I just rubbed it on there and went through and dirtied everything up, because this is going to be my gardening. I've always wanted to have a gardening journal, and I'm a messy person, and you would think that it would be just a natural for me because they're messy. These junk journals are messy, but they seem overwhelming to me. But I'm beginning, and I'm going to run with this. And I collect little things that I think are beautiful, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful, but I never know what to do with it. A simple this. Look at that spoon. There's so many beautiful things that I see all the time, and I never know what to do with them. So what I'm hoping is that, see this cute little thing? Oh my gosh. See? This is what junk journals are for. And it's also a way to showcase what you do. Look at that. Ta-da! And I've seen junk journals so thick that, like, here's the regular book, and then you can't even close it properly because of all the stuff that's in there. So this right here is not really a bad thing with a junk journal, because you can do whatever you want to with it. So I'm going to do this. Junk journals should be an absolute natural part of my personality. So I'm going for it. How about you? All right, that's my 10 minutes. Hope you got something out of it. Bye.